the major is taking a break for a few days, but we're still going on. But with the Ashes just going horribly, football not starting till the evening, and the major not on until Thursday, what are you guys doing in the middle of the day to get on to get through the day? Because I'm struggling.
Well, I'm certainly not watching the
I've got a
fucking
job.
Ashes.
Well, you're fortunate because it's been fucking horrible. It's been awful.
I've got work to do.
But yeah,
That's
also,
We've all got work to do.
we also have a job.
Well,
I mean,
I've got a job as well.
Lots of flat pack furniture. That's what I'm doing.
I've been
Assembling
about.
flat pack.
I've been about. I went down to London. I'm flying to Budapest tomorrow, which is yesterday. If you're watching this on Wednesday,
Bro thinks he's George Ezra.
so that's fun.
Is that his name?
Ooh, George Ezra, he's a twat, isn't he?
He is the Budapest guy, isn't he?
Budapest is kind of an anthem, though. I can't lie.
Would we have described it as a gigabanger in Abu Dhabi?
Don't know about gigabanger, but it's definitely a banger.
All right, cool. What are you doing then, Elliot? I feel like you might have had something interesting if you were asking us.
Oh, I was kind of looking for advice, to be honest. I'm struggling to get through the days at the moment. Just waiting for the major.
You do have a child. You could look after your child, maybe.
Yeah, he's that's a lot of effort though, isn't it? He also has a lot of sleeping to do. So what do I do in the meantime? We went to Lidl earlier and he just fell asleep when we got there. So I was like, well, we took him there to tire him out, and so he's
also a Blues fan. So there's only like so much you can do to help him.
Roll the intro. These guys wanted to talk about FURIA for some reason, so have the floor. What do you want to say about FURIA? He's joined 9.
He's my good mate.
What? Why am I supposed to care?
Jack,
give me the pitch.
Do you have the same tattoo as him?
Yeah. We have a tattoo
really?
together.
Wow, that's amazing. That's
Me,
so
FaZe,
cute.
and Spray XD. What a combo of humans.
I thought, doesn't Freddie have one?
Doesn't Freddie have it?
Freddie,
as well?
Freddie's too scared. Freddie didn't do it. It's Freddie's fault, but
what a pussy.
that's not important. What is important is that FURIA has rejoined the 9 after going back to wildcard for a bit, and that whole thing exploding. And I'll be honest, I'm a little disappointed. I think he could have done better than this team.
It's a very whelming move, isn't it? Because on one hand, I'm quite happy for the bloke. Like, he seemed to quite like his time on 9, and he was quite disappointing when he had to go back to wildcard. I mean, who wouldn't be? Like, if you're not getting Amaranth's OnlyFans for free, which probably isn't good anyway, there's no point fucking being there.
I was about to say she wasn't even there when he went back, so it's really there's nothing.
Oh, there's really no
point.
point. Like, if you're not even getting tits, like, come on. But so, okay, cool. All right, we're doing that again. But it is disappointing, really, because you think about the amount of shit AWPers in Tier 1, which, by the way, if you do, like, last 12 months, top 20 LAN filters on HLTV, and you just look at FURIA compared to, and yes, it's smaller sample size, compared to, like, Ultimate, Device, Woxic, Brokey, all these players. FURIA's just as good as any of them. So, none of these teams think, oh, maybe we can give him a shot. Maybe he's already paid his dues on crap teams. Like, really? I don't get why he's on fucking 9.
You think he's stepped up above that level, right? Perfecto is, of course, the Perfecto fit for Wildcard's team that has no players right now, except for, is it Peeping?
Yeah, I believe Peeping.
Except for that freak. He's probably lovely. I don't know why I call him that. Yeah, it just doesn't really make sense. There's a drought of talented AWPers right now, isn't there, really? You've got like 3 who are really good, and then a bunch that are kind of not that good at all.
The thing is,
I think I said there was 5 that were good in Deep Dive that's coming out today as you're listening. I think I said there's 5 that are good.
I'm not sure.
Fair.
I'm not sure it's as much as a drought of talented AWPers, and more that there's 4 or 5 who are really good, that it makes the rest of them look terrible, and it's actually more the fact that AWPing in CS2 is just kind of really fucking hard. Like, it's still MR12, rifling is still really strong compared to Go, And what's really the point in putting that much emphasis on your AWP unless you've got one of these special talents?
It's true,
and I think that's
there's
probably the
there's a reason like
consequence for a lot of them.
MongolZ gets the AWP so much, right? Because like they're kind of building around his performances. Do we want to talk about this 9 team? Because when he joined the first time, like they actually went on a pretty good run. I think they like didn't drop him out for like maybe most of the time he was there. They were like really solid.
Can I be honest, Jack?
You don't care?
The team list is on the screen. I don't want to talk about them as much as I wanted to use the mention of phzy to segue to, like I said with Liquid, FaZe, all these teams that have crap AWPers.
Mm-hmm.
Why haven't 100 Thieves signed phzy?
Well, this is the thing. It seems like it makes sense, right? Like he's proved that he's pretty decent at tier 1, like he's serviceable. They obviously don't have a team yet. The rumor is they'll sign the Game Legion call. Game Legion don't have a good AWPer, so you wouldn't.
Yeah,
sign
they're not signing HyperX.
You bloody hope not, right? So, yeah, you probably need that an AWPer.
Yeah,
I don't really get it, to be honest.
But anyway, Elliot,
maybe
who are
there is
100
some
Thieves
sort of
signing?
gla1ve as the coach. And maybe he's going to bring Device with him. Maybe that's the grand plan here. Like that's kind of what I'm not Device. But what I'm thinking is like with Rain and gla1ve, like you've got big names, and they think like they can probably tempt somebody bigger and better than phzy. Maybe not better, but like a bigger name.
I don't think a new coach and a new IGL is that tantalizing at all.
Yeah.
You have no
I
idea
agree.
how the system of the team is going to go.
I agree. I'm not sure 100 Thieves though.
Well,
I think their GM is probably reasonable, but I probably imagine that Rain and gla1ve both have a lot of say in the roster they're getting, right? I think they're kind of heavily involved in that, I would assume.
I mean, you'd hope so, but like, it does feel like this roster's going to be fucking cursed.
Yeah, I mean,
I think gla1ve will be a good coach. I just, can the major hurry up so we can finally get this team done? Because they're just edging us with the fact that they might be in the game.
You want the major to end quicker so we can find out who's on 100? That's the strangest set of priorities I've ever heard.
It's been going on for so long. This roster has lasted longer than the major has, and we only have one player.
Yeah,
I just want it to conclude so I can decide if I like the team or not.
I kind of feel like by March we'll see gla1ve as the IGL of the team.
I put that in the poll on the newsletter while you were away. I'm glad you liked that idea.
I don't already had that idea, but
but he definitely will be. He definitely will be IGLing by like March. He just absolutely will be.
The thing that,
I did. Go on.
The thing that I just don't really get, and when I went on Snake and Banter last week, Thorin spoke about this as well. Is like
plug.
Why is gla1ve fucking coaching? How old is he, Elliot? Is he 30? Can you just
30? It says on HLTV.
It says it right there. Yeah.
Oh, I hadn't read it. Right, like at 30, why is gla1ve retiring to become a coach? Like I know he's got kids and whatever, but if he's going to coach a team, then it doesn't make a difference as to whether he's coaching or fucking playing as to how much time he's going to have to commit to the team. Do people really not believe in his systems that much? I mean, Snappy's, 35, Carrigan's 35, Apex is 33, 34, Major's fucking 92. Like, there's a ton of these...
34 as well, I think.
Yeah, there's a ton of these IGLs that are really old. Does gla1ve really not have anything left in the tank in terms of the system in-game? But if that's the case, how is he going to be a good coach? If people don't believe in his system that much in the server, what's he going to offer as a coach? And also, if he can't be fucked to do it in the server, what is he going to offer as a coach?
I think it's more maintaining the level to play at tier 1, right? Like, obviously, he was very good on Charlotte, like, no, without doubt. But, like, I think he was the highest rated alliance in his last game. Quote me if I'm wrong. I think Elliot wrote about that.
I believe he was. He was in first game, last game.
But he wasn't very good on ends, like, as an individual, right? Like, I know it was nephew or that friend.
Which was always his selling point. Always his unique selling point.
Yeah, he was a good IGL and also had hands, right? Like,
yeah, but if
when there's kick sands in the world, like, he's not competing with that, is he?
But if gla1ve can then, decide like, oh, instead of playing Khan and outside, I'll play maybe fucking floor and Bianca on Mirage. Like, I don't see. When he had a 0.95 in 2025, 0.92 in 2024, he's not terrible.
No, he's not.
No, of course
That's
not.
fine for an IGL, like especially if he goes into the worst roles and holds that.
But I do
it's
wonder
fine.
if he wants like he feels like because he's not as good as he was, it like really affects him. I wonder if that like he actually sort of because he was always kind of a star on Astralis, like he's struggling to call from the worst roles. He still wants to play those roles and he can't. And maybe he just doesn't. He's just fallen out of love with the game. Like it could just be. I guess he wouldn't be a coach, but like
Then again, why is he coaching?
But maybe he doesn't want to like grind the game as a like he doesn't want to be sat at 2 a.m.
Also,
playing
looking
FaZe.
at like the
he just
VRS
doesn't want that.
stuff and like the grindy nature, like what Nip had to do, right? Like I don't think 100 Thieves are going to build a brand new roster, right? But like there's a lot of going to shit tier events and beating teams that are like, you know, just like.
Which he's going to have to do either way as the coach.
Yes, but as a coach, he's not.
The
he's
schedule
not
will be the
linchpin of
same.
them doing well. I'm not about that. I'm not about like.
But
him
it's
having
not
to
because you
perform.
have to put in more hours as a player outside of
Which-
the schedule.
Which we all know most players don't do.
But I bet gla1ve does. I bet gla1ve did.
Probably.
Being
I
a
put
coach
tweet out.
does take that pressure off me. It does. Like he doesn't have to be in tip-top shape as a player all the time. He doesn't have to be in deathmatch 4 hours a day. Like it is a different pressure. I understand what you're saying. Is like he still has to go to all the games. He still has to run practice. He still has all these like responsibilities. But I think his
But he's
day
not
probably
having to
ends before the players do.
Pug and DM after practice and stuff. Yeah, I put a tweet out that said 100 Thieves will be Rain, the Gimmergen Core, and Brokey. Do we have any thoughts?
I can
on that?
see it. I can see it happening.
Do we think that?
I wanted Brokey on Gamer Legion.
I don't.
I
hate
will
it,
say
but,
that I
like,
feel-
has Rain just lost faith in the Carrigan?
I feel
system.
very,
He's like,
very
let's say
sorry. Very, very sorry for PR if that is the case.
Brokey's been alright since yesterday. He was good yesterday.
No, Brokey is shit. He is just crap.
Yeah, I don't know what happened with him, man. Like, I feel like
killed
if you
him.
can
I'm blaming
get
Carrigan.
him-
I want him to be good, so I'm blaming Carrigan.
if you can get him to try again, I feel like he'll be really good. Like, he just has to be. On your
Tried
point
to
about
not
the
be a
age of,
dickhead.
well, quite. On your point about the age of IGLs, I had a conversation with a friend of mine who hasn't followed the game in like 6 years the other day, and I was like, "Yeah, Fallen's going to win a major," and he was like, "He said, has there been any new IGLs in the last 5 years?" And I looked through the list, and I was like, "Well, there's Kicksan and there's Blitz, but like Fallen, Apex, Carrigan."
I mean, Apex,
he said Cadian.
Apex is a new IGL in the last 6 years.
Yeah, sure.
To
but
be
the-
fair
like,
to him.
but it's like you know, there hasn't been like a completely new blood in terms of like I say Kicksan is kind of the new one.
Chopper's a new
Chopper
IGL in
was-
the last 6 years.
Yeah, but he was always a player, right? Is what I mean.
Is
There's
it
not
really?
been like
I feel like he's been around
pure
longer than that.
IGL who's come up.
He wasn't IGLing on Vegas Squadron.
Right,
JR was.
doesn't it?
You're right. Oh my god.
Yeah. He came in to
I love that,
IGLing.
man.
at
Yeah,
some-
true.
I actually don't know when Chopper started IGLing, but the list is actually it's longer than you think. Because it's Apex, Kicksan, Brolan, Siuhy, Chopper.
Siuhy, I would count it because he's like a pure IGL who's come through. I don't know how well I'm being recorded here, but like all of those have transitioned from being a player into an IGL, like a player who was playing 5 years ago. There's been very few pure IGLs who've come through in the last few years.
Well, because
Yeah,
I think
but most
it's
players
not the way you
don't.
break through, right?
Most
In
players
the
don't
age
do
of,
that
like-
now.
No, they don't do that. No, they don't do that now, which is kind of a
Like,
second point.
Because
But like,
Siuhy wasn't an IGL before MOUZ NXT. He was a star player.
I
He was
suppose
turned
That's what
into
I'm
an
saying.
IGL
Like-
on
like-
MOUZ.
You don't
he
get
broke. Yeah, fine.
you don't get scouted. You don't get put on scout. You know, on team lists and stuff at tier 3 and academy teams and face it like FPL and stuff by being a good IGL, right? Like
Yeah, that's fair.
Do you know who has broke through in the last 6 years? And it's kind of funny because of his age. Hooksy.
Yeah, that's fair. Yeah.
Yeah.
He is broken through
I
last
think
year.
in,
But
I
wasn't
think in
he always an
terms,
IGL though? Just not a very good one.
yeah, probably. I think in terms of out and out IGLs,
There aren't that many that exist anymore. Like
Crizzen.
the ones that do tend to be the older ones. Yeah, Crizzen.
Yeah.
But he still hasn't really broken through to tier 1, albeit I think he could and probably should have done by now. I think he's quite clearly one of the better prospects in tier 2.
Well, next
IGL.
year's his breakout, isn't it? Because he's gone to a heroic team that's what 14th in VRS, 16th in VRS.
They'll be
So
out events, won't they?
They'll get plenty of invites.
ZTR, I suppose, as well on Game Leader. Like they do exist.
There's
It's
the
just
one
like,
though, right? Who like became an IGL out of necessity.
yeah, it was just like I was able to say to him like, oh yeah, no, the top 5. I wasn't counting Mongols. But I was like the top 5 teams are Fallen, Chopper, Brolan, Apex, and Kixan. And Kixan's the only one you don't know, and you haven't followed the game for 6 years. I just thought it was interesting because you were talking about how like the age of IGLs is like it's in the 30s now. Like,
But that is also like, and it's something that you're seeing across every esport where players are starting to have longer careers now.
well, to be fair, like they couldn't really have longer careers when the game was so young. Like, right.
True, but
Like, obviously, people like Get Right and Forest, because the game moved on so quickly, they essentially were like they were outdated by the time the game got on. So, there's that element to it. But I think that's
Speaking
enough.
of Get Right
talking
and Forest.
Yeah, good segue. Speaking
Yeah,
of Get Right and Forest, the new Get Right is out of NIP. ewjerkz, he's out of NIP apparently. This is
Sorry,
I think
can
no,
you
It's just
explain-
not what I said last week.
can you explain the new Get Right, please?
bottom fragging on NIP.
Right. Okay. Cool. Wait, I
Respect
just wanted
now.
to know
don't,
your.
Don't piss me off.
I just wanted to know your link. I'm fine with it. I'm fine with it.
Yeah, he's bottom fragging on NIP.
Jack's
the
not
reason they
fine
bombed
with
out. The reason they bombed out of the major.
Wait, Elliot, check his headshot percentage.
Ooh, do I have to rate him? How do I even find it anymore?
Scroll down.
51.
51%. That's low enough. That is low enough. Goodbye,
yeah,
Get Right
mate.
2.
Should we have a look at Get Rights?
It's got to be 25.
It won't be that high.
What the fuck?
This is
You've got his retirement profile now, so it's all. I think this is just games, isn't it?
49.3, under half. I mean, I feel like that's not even that low. It's not even that low, but it's just like if you're famous for spray control, it means you can't aim. That's all I'm saying.
This is what I'm trying to say, though. He's obviously that good that even without having good aim, he was still one of the best players of all time.
No, he wasn't one of the best players of all time. He's
For
one of the
He
best
definitely
players.
was.
He was like one of the best players in 2013.
He's like how
No,
Pele
he was the best player in the
really
world
good.
twice.
No, but he's like how
No,
Pele
he's
was
like how
really
Ronaldo is really good in Saudi Arabia. So yeah, because you're playing against like actual like dentists.
No,
Like, of course
because
you're good.
because that's like modern era. Ronaldo has been good. Pele never got pressed once in his life. Like imagine Pele
I will
against,
concede and say that
prime Klopp.
if all your kills are just from walking behind people, it probably is beneficial. Yeah.
Yeah,
It's a little
they
easier
hadn't
when
invented
people
watching the
forget
flank
that
yet.
lurking is a thing every round.
Yeah, he invented lurking. Him and Happy.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah, you invented baiting. Well done.
I'm
Awful,
ewjerkz
awful
going.
player.
Definitely probably made sense. They're after Khan Kiran from Inner Circle, who's like pretty good. I just wanted them to get Tesses instead, but obviously.
Okay,
Buyout.
but here's the thing, right? I know we all really
Put that on the
like
counter.
Tesses. Yeah, put that on the
do.
counter. We all really like Tesses. But and granted this is at like dog tier level, but actually Elliot, if you just put on last 12 months top 20 LAN,
Yeah.
whatever.
Let's do top 30. Yeah, he's on Inner Circle.
No, I think they played some top 20 games. I don't know how many.
Yeah, 18 maps. I feel like that's.
Well,
I
either
mean,
way,
it's it's pretty decent, but let's do top 30 because it's 45 maps. It's a little bit.
Yeah, so 1.13 last 12 months against top 30. Tesses is having to play very well to get those stats.
Mm-hmm.
And, like, they need another star on NIP. Tesses is not a star. This is the constant battle that we've been having all year on this podcast, where I constantly have to remind you all that Tesses is not a star player.
Oh, I'm so clever.
And he shouldn't
he's
be.
not.
And he shouldn't be a
He's
star
got a
player.
team with Nico and Monesi and Kaiosuke. He's not meant to be.
No, but at the start of the year, he was meant to be, and he wasn't doing it. He was having some big games, sure, but his rating was crap.
Preposterous.
He was overrated.
It's just me or this guy kind of look like Eminem?
He kind of
Yeah.
looks like a West Ham
Eastern
giga
European.
racist football hooligan. I quite like it. I'm a big fan. But anyway, the
He
point
does
is,
look like Eminem. He does, actually.
He
Art
does,
Eminem.
right?
He does. The point is, though, is that, like, ewjerkz wasn't the star that NIP needed. That became clear. And if you were looking
close.
if you didn't fully believe in the NIP team and you were like, okay, they need one more player, well, Wrinkle just made a couple of bad decisions. He was actually relatively solid. So if you just... you have to look at ewjerkz. And then when you look at Khan, how do we... Can we decide?
I'm
wanna
saying
say
Can. I'm saying Can because it's
Can.
like Kearney, like Tom Kearney.
Right. If you look at
Kenny S.
Khan's stats, they're pretty good. They are pretty
Yeah,
good.
like, he's definitely going to
is
improve the team. Absolutely.
He probably is the change that NIP need, and probably a couple of other teams. So I think this will be another. Yeah, he does look like Eminem, doesn't he?
It's the same
think-
guy.
I
This
think
is the
this will
same
just
guy.
be another move like Kaspersky, where it's like, all right, this is your level up move, and I think
Yeah,
NIP guaranteed top 10 team next year.
I like
Guaranteed.
it. I mean, anything
Nail
that
it
backs the NIP, I agree with.
I mean, I'm on board.
yeah.
I've always liked this NIP. I think Wrinkle is actually like probably a top 10 AWPer, right? Like,
No.
at least
Yeah.
possibly could be.
No, it could be, but he has to like learn
Hasn't
when to
been.
like take his like hands off his mouse and keyboard in late round situations. Because otherwise he does some.
But again,
silly
this is
fucking
also
shit.
what we spoke about, like with experience and reps and kind of important games and shit, right? Like you probably make less silly mistakes because this is also the thing like NIP could have been in stage 3 if they didn't
Probably should have.
make silly mistakes.
Yeah, they absolutely
and they,
should have.
and they
Yeah,
definitely should have been. I think the games they lost. So yeah, no more Portuguese people
Well-
on NIP. We can rejoice.
Maybe NIP will be in stage 3 of the second major of 2026, which is in Singapore and run by PGL. Sam, don't say it. We all know. Will be run by PGL
No,
in Singapore. No, I don't care.
No,
run by
Elliot,
run by PGL in Singapore.
they've fucking got me, mate. They've got me. I really want to go. Singapore
Well-
major sounds wicked. They've got me.
Can you go to an event without a press manager?
Well, who knows if PJ would even give me a press pass at this point? But
No, we're on their persona non grata list, I think.
yeah, but Singapore does sound good, doesn't it?
Well, it's also for me. It's my wife's from the Philippines, so it's close enough to Singapore that I can probably convince her. So hey, you just go to Philippines for a week. I'll go to Singapore. It'll be all right.
You would be apart for a week, don't kid.
I'm gonna have to. Majors there.
Anyway, another major. It's good.
It is.
PGL hosting. Better than Starladder is what I'll say.
Somebody's got to do it.
Yeah.
I'm
will-
not willing to host in my house, so I'm glad somebody's willing to host it.
I will say though, I was hoping it would be a little while longer before another Asian major.
I think that
There are
the viewership that they get from being in that time zone, though, and also like the sponsor revenue and stuff, is too good to ignore, right?
Well, I think
There's a
Valve
reason, like-
also.
Want to be in that audience, yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Like, I
Personally, an
get
Asian
why they're
major
doing
would
it.
perfect me this time, but
But like a 12K capacity stadium, like that's indoor stadium, so an arena then is what it's called. It's quite small, really.
It is small. I think the one for Budapest is 20k.
Yes, which will be shocked if they sell out because the Lanxess isn't that big. I think the Lanxess is maybe 18k, like when it's a CS event. Depends on the layout and stuff, right? But it's reasonably small, I'd say, for a stadium.
Yeah, it's 20k.
Mm-hmm.
I looked. Yeah, I don't know.
But yeah.
Quite excited for it. I will say now, I think that means that Blast will have a 2027 major,
Probably.
because it just kind of makes sense that they should.
Mm-hmm.
I know nothing about whether that is true or not, but I'd guess Blast and then ESL should always get a major probably because they're ESL, but maybe Fish will get one eventually. Maybe
We can't be giving majors out of Fisher. I don't care.
get everyone out to fucking Starlight.
I don't
Yeah, well,
hate
that
it.
was tin pot as well.
The Fisher events have been quite good, to be fair.
I don't.
Good
Yeah, but
events.
I just
Hey, fucking Ty Lue won one of them.
With the coach.
if that doesn't tell you they're tin pot, I don't know what will. No, like it's nothing against Fisher. It's just like the Fisher major. It just doesn't sound right. Starladder at least sounds grand. It's obviously not, but it sounds grand.
Yeah.
B4
fair enough.
Future Sports.
Why
major.
don't we give Relog Media a major? Like, come on.
Don't they run Fisher? I'm pretty sure they run it.
Oh fuck yeah! See, it's tin pot, really tin
Relog
pot.
will run everything. Yeah, I mean,
They're like the Illuminati.
it's, the thing is, sorry, here's the thing. Announcing the majors this far in advance isn't that exciting. Like, I would rather the majors get announced like at the end
A
of,
week
at the
before.
conclusion of the previous major. No, but like
Scramble to get flights.
I know you have to do
That'd
it
be
because of
great.
the VRS stuff and now, but like I think it'd be really cool if like major ends and then the next tier is like, hey, we're going here now. Like it makes it a bit more of an interesting thing to be like, oh, where's the next major?
The team who wins
Random-
the major should get to pick where it is.
Based a random fucking completely impossible, but based a random fucking weekday.
Of course it is. It's
And
great.
an article gets leaked on Reddit midway through a major that's not even the major before, but the major before that one. It's kind of
It is very
way to
petty
announce
from
it.
EGL. I feel like they've done it. Like, let's leak where the
well,
during
also yeah,
this
like
major.
articles don't get leaked. Like you've left
exactly.
you've made access for someone to organic traffic to discover it, or whatever, right? Like
Exactly.
it's like guerrilla marketing. Like it's fine, but yeah. I hope it's a good event. Maybe I'll go. Maybe I'll have money. Maybe someone will sponsor the podcast and pay to send us there.
Yeah, we'll all go.
Please, we'll all go and we'll do a podcast in Singapore.
Yeah, we'll do like the HLTV confirmed pre-show where for 20 minutes we just talk about HLTV being
How shit
police
everyone
report
else is.
pros.
Yes,
It'd just be great. Like just warm the crowd up for Striker.
yes.
Well, if we, you know how like bands have like opening bands, we'll be the
Yeah.
opening band for HLTV confirmed.
They would not sign off on that at all. I'd love it.
I know.
I don't
They
think
don't
they'd
have
be
to.
allowed.
I'm going to book the room out.
We're busking outside.
for them. Or I'll just do the. Is it the Ja Rule thing where you book the entire book every ticket?
You buy all the
just be
seats,
the
yeah,
only
yeah.
person in the crowd and just do an
Yeah, you
overtime
do.
on Inferno for us three in the crowd.
Prof ain't gonna stop us. He'd quite.
No, he doesn't.
I
care.
reckon he'd enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah,
Prof,
it's the rest of the bloody busybodies, the
Prof
stat
would like
perverts and
us.
such.
He's the edgiest one of the three. Anyway, I feel like we're
Anyway.
getting far
agree.
off topic. Let's take a bit of a break, refocus, and come back with some major stuff.
So Jack, do you find it hard to keep up with all the news in Counter-Strike?
I do. I took a weekend off and I came back to 6 new IGLs, 3 retirements, and apparently Navi's Waterboy got picked up by a top 20 team.
Right? That's why I've been relying on the TLDR newsletter. It's a bi-weekly email that keeps you up to speed on everything in the CS scene, without needing to scroll Reddit for 3 hours while questioning your life choices.
Yeah, it's like if HLTV had a baby with your funniest friend who actually watches every game. You get quick hits of news, spicy roster moves, upcoming match schedules, and even some insider gossip. All killer, no filler.
And let's be honest, some of these tournament formats, you need a guide just to figure out who's playing who. TLDR breaks it all down, so you actually know what the hell's going on.
Plus, it's funny. Like, actually funny. It's like reading a group chat between smart CS fans who roast everything in sight, but still care deeply about the game.
So if your brain's full, but your heart still beats for Counter-Strike, do yourself a favour. Sign up for the TLDR newsletter. It's free, fast, and guaranteed to make you smarter. Or at least sound smarter in Twitch chat.
Check out the link down below and subscribe, because the only thing more tragic than missing a major upset is not even knowing it happened.
TLDR, you don't have time to read everything, but you still want to sound like you did.
Take off the wig.
And we're back in the room. We've got a take of the week to get us started. And this will lead us on to our first 03 team, as we'll get into. The take of the week is actually from somebody replying to Thorin rather than Thorin, for a change. Thorin says that he...
Don't call him somebody.
All right.
Stamina's a
Nobody
very
responding to
important
Thorin.
figure in Tier 3 NACS.
Some absolute nobody responding to Thorin. Thorin said, I love the Passion UA have
Peter
a rotating veto so they can force a decent veto against anyone but the elite teams. Deep map pool 2. This entire run is an advertisement for JT's talents, which I don't disagree with. I just don't like the use of the word talent.
Was this before or after they picked Mirage into FaZe?
What do you mean you don't like? You don't like the use of the word talents?
Well, it sounds like JT's talented. Stamina responds.
Oh, you're doing the agenda thing where you don't actually know anything. Right? Okay, got you. Stamina responds.
I just think JT's kind of bad.
Right.
Stamina responds.
I think the sky is red. You could just be wrong. That's fine.
Two things, right? FaZe picked Mirage. Nice one, Jack. Okay. Also, JT is not bad. He's really not bad.
He's the
he's
most
bad. I
redeemable
just don't think
piece
he's
of that team.
great either. Like, just fine.
He should be on a much better team than Passion UA.
But
yeah,
I wouldn't wish being on Passion UA on my absolute worst enemy. So yes, he should be on a better team than Passion UA. But
what
so
makes you think JT is bad? We're taking a pause to go through this now. This is being derailed.
The Reddit idiot hive mind told him to.
This is why he's the host and we're the analysts.
No, I just don't think. I've never watched.
Which one of us is Charles Barkley?
Flashbangs well, but I feel like there's nothing else Passion UA or Complexity have ever done has impressed me. And it's just like...
Well, he's made numerous Complexity teams of absolute turd players be pretty good at most of them.
I don't think they are absolute turd players, generally. Like, this one...
so JT's shit,
with Nick X.
Nick X is good.
No, Nick X is awful. I'll give you that. Nick X is terrible. And the one with Sixy on it was terrible as well.
I mean, even Nick's has improved massively under JT.
Yeah.
If you put anyone in playing at this level, they will eventually get better.
Shut up. How many players have gotten to this level and then been awful and disappeared?
Yeah,
many. You can't remember them because they disappeared. Where's Croman?
Croman was fine.
Croman somewhere
for an event and then vanished.
That doesn't exist.
Yeah.
Croman was okay. But Grim, Floppy, Holzerk was a pretty decent. I don't think they massively overachieved with that team. I think they were about where they were supposed to be.
But I think without JT, they would be a lot lower than where they were.
Well, yeah, if they have 4 players, yeah, they would.
Nonsense. Anyway, the take is Stamina's response, in which he says, and I quote, Liquid could fix themselves by adding JT and Grim 100%. I'm curious, is this the take of the week because we agree with it or because we disagree with it?
I don't know how I feel about it.
I
think it's a better move than most of the moves I could have made.
I mean, look, I wouldn't subject JT and Grim to this Liquid team. If I'm being perfectly honest, I think that's quite unfair.
All right. Look, on this Liquid team, who do you think needs replacing? Because to me, it's not like the players that JT and Grim would be replacing.
Well, who do you think needs to go then?
Well, Ultimate needs to go.
Well, obviously. But, again,
and I think...
AWPers are hard to get.
Yeah. They are. Yeah, of course. I'm not saying it's easy. I'm just saying, I feel like JT and Grim doesn't solve any of their problems.
I mean, okay,
so Elige, I feel, has been pretty underwhelming since joining, right? He's not...
Nert one's out. There's already that. Nitz doesn't want to be on this team. Okay.
Yeah, Nertz always wants out unless they're winning everything. Because
Yeah,
Nertz
fine,
is like a fucking...
that's
Nertz is a
absolutely
lovely bloke, but he's an absolute piss baby.
Sure.
Um,
Naf is okay again, but was really, really bad for a long time and was meant to lead the team also. So you've got 2 players who shouldn't even actually be on the team.
yeah.
Shui's fine.
Siuhy
Ultimate
is-
has improved.
No. I think Siuhy might have... I think he might have been a one-hit wonder. Honestly.
He was good on 2 teams already. 3 teams, if you count NXT.
No, but... Okay, fine. But, like...
His time on... No. I'm not judging Siuhy on his time on Liquid. Like, you just said you wouldn't have JT on Liquid because you wouldn't want to expose him to that. I
Okay.
feel the same about Siuhy.
Okay, Elliot. You know how you always say that, like, João Palhinha can't be that good of a football player because Fulham got, like, better or stayed the same without him and didn't even replace him?
João Palhinha can't pass. He's
No.
fucking
But
rubbish.
you know how you say that?
Yeah.
MOUZ got better with Brolin as their IGL. And Brolin
For a
can't
little
call
bit.
the T side.
Yeah, no. So they had what I have dubbed the Roberto Martinez effect, which is exactly what Stanislaw always has after Daps. When you have a guy who's more free flowing coming in after the guy who's like has a system, or like you have a guy come in and he has this effect where he's like releases the Kraken. Also, MOUZ added Spinks, which is come on. He just lets the fucking players do what they want. And they still have the backbone of the system. That system has now fallen apart, and Brolin can't fucking call.
So you need someone who's
out
a
of
man
it-
to come in and release. Is what I'm hearing.
Just out of interest.
Yeah.
That's the premise.
That's one. Yeah.
Just out of interest, where is the MOUZ drop off? Because I don't see it.
They have like a 45% win rate on T side.
No. But okay, so they seem to make top 4 at just about every event they play.
Yeah. It's just like
So,
I'm a subscriber to
where's
the MOUZ or less boring team.
Yeah, but they were weren't they? They were like nearly winning events for a while, and now they're just
They've
like.
been
When was the
nearly
last time
winning
you
events
genuinely
for
thought MOUZ were going to
18
win
months.
an event?
Every event, I think there's a chance.
Yeah.
They tend to disappoint me in playoffs, but like they normally get
they
through
all-
events with a lot of ease.
They
What
started
great
off. They
team
won a
hasn't been
couple
a
of
playoff
games.
bottler? Astralis could never win a playoff series. FaZe could never win a playoff series. FaZe right now can't win a playoff series. Like there's so many dynasty
FaZe
teams.
could never win a
that
final.
would
They
showcase.
could always they could win playoff series. They couldn't win finals.
No, but
SK
there's
would never play.
so many. I mean,
No, I
they won
remember.
everything for a bit, and then but before
Yeah.
that they were shit. So
Yeah.
I don't know if that's exactly the same.
Like, yeah, okay. But the difference is that MOUZ signed Spinks to replace him, and
Yeah,
that's like.
Okay,
So of course
okay.
their CT sides
But-
are really good now because they have like fucking 4-star players.
But,
yeah,
to
but also
circle-
Spinks is one of the best T-side lookers in the world. So
Yeah. But to
Yeah, and they
circle
still
back,
can't call a T side.
but to circle back, why doesn't this Liquid team work? Because in terms of role balance now, it's a really fucking solid team. It should work, and they're so like out of sorts. Their system is so clearly terrible, doesn't work. Siuhy, by the way, quite a loose caller. They have like negative chemistry. As
I got the
unit.
answer.
Some of that blame has to go on Siuhy because they only
It does.
improved when Flashy came in. And Flashy,
have the
by
answer,
the
by the
way,
way.
after a timeout, has like I think the only coach with a higher win rate after a timeout is Blade.
yeah, I was about to say. No, the issue is like I've said for forever, roles aren't real. It's a woke agenda, and building a team around roles instead of vibes
is
will
woke.
never work out.
It is.
Oh right. So can you remind me, Jack, who's the best team in the world?
Best team in the world
Team spirit.
is NIP.
Right. Okay. Okay, we're doing this then. All right. I love
yeah.
my podcast. I really do love it.
Team spirit. 3-0. Team spirit. The best
Yeah.
team in the world.
Hold this.
We'll talk about them later.
Team
Liquid are
spirit.
fucking rubbish.
Liquid are awful.
One of
No, I don't
two
think
0-3
JT and
teams.
Grim would fix them in any sense of the word. It might make them a 2-3 team at best, and that's if you get like this version of Grim, which is not the version of Grim we've seen consistently for like the whole time he's been on this team. He's like
The
quite
last
up and down.
18 months, he's been very good. He's been
Yes, but before that,
he was
really up and down.
neutered on Liquid when he was there the first time, or well, before. But
And also
then
kind
again,
of cooked by a liege.
Yeah,
yes.
Grim, I think is a good player. I do think he's a good player. I don't think Liquid would use him properly because they've already shown that they don't know how to use him.
Yeah, but
And
that was a weird Liquid where they decided that signing a star player and making
every
him
Liquid
play
is a
support
weird
roles.
Liquid.
Well,
Every team
water
Liquid builds is
hater over
weird.
here.
Like, I don't know what is wrong with Liquid. And yes, you're right. Some of the blame does have to go to Siuhy, but I also don't think that one bad team out of 4 necessarily means he's bad. I think he has been bad on this team, but I'm not ready to give up on him as a caller because this team is a shambles. He has to deal with Elige and Nerds at the same time.
I think after they signed Shocks, they woke some sort of ancient curse, and this is
Yeah,
this is
that
the moment.
it was like,
That was the dawn of
so
Armageddon.
we'll just ignore the like repeated playoffs runs after they then booted Shocks for Yakinda, and
Yes.
then made every playoffs between then and the Paris Major.
yes,
it was a delayed curse.
Oh,
Don't start
okay,
the curse
right,
yet.
okay.
Then you would
it
know
was
exactly
it was
what the
getting
cause
rid of
was.
Yakinda that cursed them, clearly.
Yeah,
Or maybe
I mean, like-
IGL.
Yeah, this is what I mean. Like,
Yakinda,
Liquid
your time on
consistently
Liquid
make the
didn't count.
strangest decisions. Yeah, like
Yeah.
that's what I mean.
Should
Like,
Joker Steve have a job?
he should have a job. I just don't think
Well,
Just not-
It depends how
Is it his
involved
fault?
he is.
he can clean the toilets.
It depends how involved he is, doesn't it? Like the ultimate signing was Twists and Miffa, for fuck's sake. Like, so if Joker Steve's having no part in that, then you probably can't blame him for a lot of the other moves either.
No,
but anyway.
but he's just a figurehead that
I
I can
think-
blame. So
I think
but
it's
that's the
quite
Pekka thing.
telling. It's quite telling that Twist was
Which I also
desperate to go
stand
back
by.
to Liquid and then could not wait to leave. It's quite. He wanted to go back to Liquid. He's like, "This is my home." And like after, was it like a year? He was like, "I've got to get out again." Like,
I do think like that the going back thing and all the stuff around that's kind of PR, kind of.
Yeah,
and then
of course it
everything just went wrong on Liquid. Like you can't blame him for
well,
wanting.
it's kind of like
no,
it's like
I'm not blaming
no,
him.
it's
I'm
like the
saying
Device thing.
there's a
It's like-
reason he wanted to get out. That team is poisonous.
Device's return to Charlotte was like, "Oh, welcome home." He was like, he was all like, "Oh, I never should have left, bro." You were desperate to leave when it happened. You basically like shit on them in an interview, saying like NIP is 10 steps ahead or whatever. Like you basically like dragged the org. Then you got cucked and all that shit happened, and then you were like, oh, "Can I come home? I don't like it here." Yeah. I mean, Major
That was
Major
so
happened.
good.
Yeah, should we talk about
Yeah, it should happen.
Paravision?
I don't
No,
want to. It makes me sad.
I thought. Look, realistically, 0-3 at stage 3 is
It's
kind
good
of
for
a
them.
success for them.
Yeah. It definitely is.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Like they should certainly
And-
be proud of it. The issue for me is that basically every game they play, they could have won. I mean, not the NAVI game. That was kind of tough. But
Yeah, they got battered.
you kind of just...
Like, the mouse one they should have won, but
there's just... They could just...
they're all
A few different
kids.
things they win. Well, exactly. So I'm not even... It's kind of like what you said about Nip in last episode, Sam, right? Like, them doing this is absolutely fine, and they'll probably learn from the games they lost. So it's okay. But
I will say though, what I don't understand about their 0-3 game is that the entire major we've been saying, don't play Jame on overpass, don't play Jame on overpass.
yeah.
Elliot, just pull up the veto of that 0-3 game, please.
this one.
Yeah.
Did they? Okay. Paravision picked DOS
What?
2.
Why didn't they
They
pick
could have picked it. Yeah.
overpass?
I mean, they won DOS 2. They won DOS 2. So it's
Yeah,
kind
yeah.
of.
But you'd probably get Dust 2 in the veto anyway. This is the thing, right? Like,
Yeah, Dust 2
I
will
don't,
come
I,
up
I
anyway.
don't know about. I don't
Pick
know about 3D
overpass.
Maxes.
Like, pick overpass, and then maybe you win this 2-1. I just don't
I feel,
understand
do
why they're
3D Max
away...
also ban Nuke? Do they have the same permaban? I might be making this up, but I think they
Describe
might
it.
both ban Nuke, which...
No, they don't. It's one of 3D
Okay.
Max's best maps.
Oh, then I'm...
I just...
Also, 3D Max are bad at DOS 2, but they play it a lot, so they probably would let you pick it. But they They're not good at it. They're on a 5-map losing streak, including that.
Bob.
They lost to Lin
Fine.
Vision and FlyQuest before this. That's probably why they picked us too.
Yeah, true, I suppose.
It just feels strange.
I know what you're saying.
Either way, they got
I don't
smacked on map
think-
2 and 3.
Yeah, I don't think the veto is the problem. I think the problem is that Belchanok is good against the level of the level of opposition they play, and he just drops off massively against good teams.
But AW also doesn't have hands.
Oh yeah, AW is terrible, but this was like
Or a neck.
AW is basically Sanji. Like he is literally like he takes pistols to drop all the shit. Like he is actually just the new Sanji. Whereas Belchanok is supposed to be one of their better players, but he's just not as good against good opposition.
My
Well, I
question
mean,
then.
Belchanok's like the Norbert any like.
Paravision,
Yes.
Let's say
He's still meant to be the 4th best player.
Yeah. Next major.
Yeah,
Do
but he's like
Paravision make playoffs?
he's like 1.1 at like tier 2, I think. If I'll find I've got the stats somewhere because I wrote about them.
Do we think
What were you going
Paravision?
to say, Jack?
Do we think they make playoffs next major? Let's just predict without thinking of how the year's
No.
going to go.
No, because I think James leaves.
Goodbye,
I think
VP.
I think
I
even
think
if
somebody
James,
better will take James.
even if James stays, they'll do worse at the next major. They probably
why
overperformed
is
at this
that?
one.
Okay, that's fair.
They probably did just overperform at this one. Like
Mhm.
Belchanok isn't great. AW is terrible, and Ziello,
Chilo,
and Nota-
Jilo is good.
Yeah.
No, they're
those-
both good,
those
but they
two
both
are-
also disappeared in various games. There was games
Those
where you
two are
needed them to
good.
show up and they didn't.
Those two are good, so I'm not sure they'll keep hold of them, if
Mm.
anything. So
I
I
think
think
like
they'll
next
do
one's
worse.
be
than
ruined
they
by
will.
team spirit. That's the question.
Team Spirit don't ruin players; they make them. Anyway,
They definitely ruined some of them.
should we talk about the other teams that went out but maybe won
Yeah.
games.
Liquid obviously also went 0-3. In the 1-3 bracket, we have 3 teams that you'd pretty much expect to be there. Pain. Talk about Pain.
Not
That'll
asked.
do.
I
Let's
love
move to
French bread.
Imperial.
Not
Yeah.
asked.
Imperial kind of like. I don't want to say they shouldn't be here
They shouldn't.
because they kind
They
of did
shouldn't
all
have been
right in
on
the
stage.
earlier stages.
No,
But
they were
they're
rubbish
clearly-
in stage 1. They were rubbish in stage
Yeah.
1.
Oh yeah, they
And
beat
then
like
in
nobody
stage 2
beat.
they were like really good. And then in stage 3 they were
Yeah.
like return to the mean. You know, like
Yeah, I mean, well done, lads. You went on a good run.
yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I
Point
learned. I
six
feel like I
six,
didn't
that's
learn
awful.
anything about them.
Yeah.
Well,
Let's talk
we
about
learned.
3D Max.
We were reminded that Try is really good and needs to be on a better team. Once again,
He is.
Try's
But
been good.
he can be quite fickle.
Okay,
He does have bad
crime?
games. It's not a crime. I'm just saying, like, I wouldn't necessarily be desperate to get him on a better team. That's all I'm
get
saying.
him 100 Thieves, boys. That's the play. He's got to speak English.
Right. Belchanok averages a 1.1 generally. I think against top 50, but he drops off massively against like top 20. If I remember
Well,
rightly.
Paravision also don't really lose many
Play
games
against.
Yeah,
they also don't
exactly,
play against
right.
top 20 teams though. Very
But
often. Right?
he's higher rated than Nota, like in I think last 6 months or last 3 months.
Mhm.
But like Nota has much better.
Curious.
Anyway, 3D Max. Really disappointed by them. I won't lie.
They've
Well,
been,
like-
Really, really
don't
disappointed.
Their stage 2 game against LIP, the 2-2 game, they looked incredible. They looked really good. Like, oh, well, maybe they finally got it together, and then they just didn't play that well in the stage. But what's next for them?
They-
What do they do?
they always
How do you-
lose
how
to
do you make it
FaZe. Isn't that the thing? Do they always lose to FaZe? Am I making that up?
I
In
feel
FaZe,
they've
They
done
have
it
a
few
great
times, yeah.
record.
Did FaZe like batter them? Yeah, 13-1 and 13-0 in the last year. Yeah, look, they
They did win at Pro League though.
did
beat
win it.
FaZe at Pro
That
League.
is true. But they got
Well,
13.
that was the fucking Pro League, wasn't it? So.
Was what I was remembering, and 13-3 at Fisher. Like they get battered by FaZe quite
Mhm.
regularly. As soon as I saw that
Frequent
match, I was like,
battering.
yeah, they're in trouble. They beat Paravision, as we just previously mentioned, but they kind of should. It feels like a good matchup for them. They're both kind of like structured teams who aren't like heavy firepower based, and 3D Max is better.
I'm just going to set you up for something now, Elliot, to do with your deep dive that once again will be out within a number of hours as to when this podcast is out. So subscribe to the newsletter, check your emails. Elliot, national teams.
Yeah,
It leaves you in a bit of a tricky spot, doesn't it?
It does. So when you look at, I mean, you can talk about PARIVISION as well, right? Like when you look at these teams, you look at 3D Max and you're like, okay, but you're good, but you just don't have that like that star power, that oomph. They can't, they don't have somebody like when FURIA signed MongolZ. Like it's like, oh, there's instant like kick up the arse. It's on your Kinder, it's a kick up the arse. 3D Max can't do that because they're a French team and they speak French, so they're limited to only signing French players or like Canadians, and I wouldn't sign either of them.
Don't they sign that native guy offense? Isn't he like pretty good? No, he's 103. Okay, he's meant to be ZywOo too.
So they have like a big problem where they can't actually go anywhere. I mean, the fact they signed Body when was it? No, it wasn't Body. They made a change. And it was yeah, so it was Body, and everyone was like, why this move? Because didn't Double Pony do the same thing and get worse a few years ago? And it's like, you just rehashing the old ones. It's like, Pony, who else should have? Yeah, but I believe when they signed Body before, it was like it was like a move that everyone hated.
Sure, well. I was shocked. I think Body's really good, but yeah.
The point is that Lucky and Exercise are just both a bit wank.
Yeah. Basically.
They're just really not very good at all. And he's certainly not going to help it, Jack, but I guess he's got the same name as you, so you have to
I think he's just
fun
to
some degree.
But no, he's really not good at the game, is he?
The only way... There's two French players who would improve this team, but you're not signing either of them.
No, you're not.
Kenny S is... No, I'm joking. ZywOo and Apex, obviously.
Myths.
And that's kind of the problem, and that's what I talked about in the deep dive, is that national teams are kind of outdated in an era when when Vitality can just sign Flames and Mezzy, and you're like, oh, should we sign Jax? It's like, you're not going.
Well, I'm not being serious. Obviously.
No, I know, but genuinely, who else?
Well, yeah, yeah.
Yeah. Who else?
And when the up and comer is going 103 on Ents.
Yeah, exactly.
It's not a good look, is it? So
who is out there that improves 3D Max that isn't Apex and ZywOo and speaks French? It's difficult,
yeah.
And that's kind of their problem. Is
Sorry.
Move on.
2 free teams. Fucking hell.
2-3. That would be B8.
They are all disappointments, I will say.
No, I think B8 were not disappointing. I think they gave a good account of themselves and lost a 2-2 game against a better team.
Yeah.
They gave a good account of themselves. I enjoyed watching B8 play Counter-Strike.
I'm not being funny, but look at their run here. Right, they've beat Falcons in their opener. They've then lost to MOUZ and Vitality. And then beat Pain and then lost to NAVI. Can you really blame them for any of that?
I'm not blaming them. I just would have liked to see them in the playoffs. Yeah. I'm not saying they did bad. I'm just saying I'm not happy with the result.
Yeah, they weren't disappointing. They did as well as you could realistically hope with the games they played. If not slightly better, they beat Falcons. B8 Navi game was a bit of a letdown because they did get stomped on H, and from there you were just like, yeah, it's kind of over. But
yeah,
look, good run from B8. They showed resilience. They showed they won without. So previously, when B8 were winning games, you look at an NPL would have a 1.4, and you're like, yeah, that doesn't seem like that's going to keep on. Ken's, well, it's not even overperformance. I think he was their best player for a while, but they actually won with different players showing up, which is nice. I would just like to say though, have you guys watched Head Trick Orb?
Yeah,
it's really uncomfortable. He's like he plays with input lag.
Yeah, but he did step back up for the major after having a really rough time before it. So fair play to him.
It's not even that I think he's bad. He's just really uncomfortable to watch. He seems to take an extra split second to line up a shot that he AWPs in a passive way. but the way he actually shoots the gun makes me really uncomfortable. But he was like actually kind of fraggy, so it's hard to criticize him too much.
Hell yeah.
Passion UA, we've already talked about him, but
I mean, really good run from them. It's like the
Yeah,
first time
I'm
they've
just-
advanced from a stage in a major, which is good.
yeah, because JT played well at this event. I've just never been impressed by him before. G2,
It would have been really funny if they beat FaZe, though. Just saying.
oh, he
would
would
be
have been,
awesome.
but they
It would
didn't
have been excellent.
because they never do.
Yeah.
Always the bridesmaid. G2,
G2
lost.
are a team that last year, when this sort of overhaul happened, I think Sam, you and I said that they would be like a sleeper for the major. Maybe it was for Austin. Actually, we said that.
No, we said it after Austin.
Yeah, with
Because
like,
the roster was formed after Austin.
yes, sure. It's a little disappointing, but I think this team still has very good pieces. I think Malcolm's
This is
not
the
very good this
disappointing
event.
game, right?
Yeah, this was tough.
Like-
but I do think like once you
Furia.
figure out the author, this team's pretty good still.
Some players has been doing better recently, to be fair.
Yes.
Yeah, and supposed caveat, he had surgery the night before the Falcons game, apparently. I don't know how much that would affect his performance, but I imagine a reasonable amount. But like,
Depends if he was still in
Heavy God's very good. I'm still big on Mathush. I think he's like really good.
Yeah.
Hunter
Mattis
scrolling is
Mattis is. Every time
It's
I've watched
fun.
Mattis, I've been very impressed.
I
Yeah,
think
this is a
maybe
good
it's
team.
where you have to start looking at, like, is Hunter good enough as an IGL? Maybe.
Follow up
Because
question: Who do you?
they've got the firepower. But yeah,
You got
that's the
JT.
other issue. Who do you get? Because they've got
Yeah.
the firepower.
Yeah.
I mean, does Blitz speak English?
Not good enough.
Okay, I just wondered because like I feel like if Mongols keep losing players, eventually they are going to drop off. Again, read the deep dive. And like Blitz feels like the piece on Mongols you'd want the most. And I know you could say Mazzinho because he's so young and he's so good, and 9-10 is what actually like genuinely quite decent in a year, like at a time where most AWPers are kind of bad. But Blitz has been on this team. He's overseen multiple versions of the Mongols, and very rarely have they been outright like bad or like even worse than mid. Like
I mean,
they've had
when they
down
became
times.
good, like when they were like
Yeah, okay, like yeah, on
going out
IHC
in, like,
when he had fucking
cat-out
Bartak. You know, Bartak, he was
I
an
will-
actual terrorist. He's a horrendous player.
I will say, though, right, he's a very good frag in IGL. But when we say overseeing multiple versions, they actually went quite a long time without a roster move before
They did.
Senzu fucked off. So I don't know if the multiple versions flies as much as it's just like consistent, like
consistent getting
growth.
better. Yeah,
by signing better players. And then I think the Mongols are one of the teams that are bailed out by the fact they've actually got some people who are pretty good at hitting the head. I don't think they're...
Boston
I don't-
Jargle's fucking good, by the way, though.
But
Controls,
so did
he's
G2.
good.
G2
Yeah, no.
have people who can hit the head. They don't need to reinvent the wheel.
But what I mean is I think, like, I don't think Blitz is potentially that great of an IGL. I think he's a good IGL, but I'm not sure he's, like, the person you sign if you G2 to try and...
Well, he's also
No.
an IGL that's not a detriment, right? He doesn't bring the team down by being a handless bot, which a lot of IGLs tend to. Hunter's fallen
actively
off
quite
since
good.
calling. Yeah, that's what I'm saying, right? Like, he's kind of shades of gla1ve, I would say, actually. In a
50
way.
Shades of gla1ve.
Yeah. That's the next deep dive.
That's-
It's disappointing
that's
for
good,
G2,
actually.
but I will
Just
say
fan fiction.
their Falcons series was...
Shall I do that?
There's a round on Dust 2 where Kiyosuke fires 5 AWP shots. He's on the window on B. He hits 2 of them, which are no scopes, by the way. But there's 2 guys
it's
trying to
the
jump
worst.
through a window, and it is the messiest thing ever. They took a map
Can I
of
even
them,
show
and it was
that if I
close.
can find it?
I mean, I don't know if it's allowed. It is like gore.
Yeah.
Yeah,
but-
I'm not sure we can show it.
Yeah, no, But I know exactly
really
the round
bad.
you're talking about because I tweeted it in anger at the time. Like, how is he allowed to fire 5
He
shots?
misses.
'Cause I wanted
He misses
G2 to win.
3 scope shots and then no scopes the next 2 guys. Bananas.
Yeah, he missed 3 shots, and I'd say at least 2 of them. As you had a real AWP would hit. And second
I don't know
AWP,
why he was AWPing.
I don't know why he was AWPing. Although the next round he did pick Sunpius up mid, which is a problem in itself. But no, that round was like at that point I was watching it. I was watching it wanting
just feel
G2 to win.
crushed.
When Kaioseki missed 3 AWP shots and they let him no scope 2 people, I was like, yeah, no, they are brain broken. Like MongolZ has actually just broken their brains. Like they don't know what to do now.
It was a good series though.
So
Good end of the day.
He was so good in this series. Like, he is not, and probably will never be, the most consistent best player in the world. Like, he's probably never going to be ZywOo, in that, like, ZywOo is just like a 1.4 all the time. Like, I know he has stuff, but like, do you know what I mean? Like, most events you look at, ZywOo's like
Not in playoffs.
1.3.
I think
MongolZ
might
has-
be next year.
I'm not sure he's ever going to be that consistent, but nobody has more like moments than him.
Source.
Like nobody. There's no other player in the world, I don't think, who would have done what he did. Was it at 11-10, where he stood on top of the site, full blind, and hit a flick, fell off, and then jumping no scope somebody, and you're just like, it was like watching Simple. Like, it actually was like watching CSGO Simple. And I was like, I don't think there's another player in the world who would have tried that in that situation. No. Brokey would have tried it, but he would not have hit.
Yeah, no, he wouldn't. Bless him.
Brokey would have got
Bless him.
flashed and he'd have jumped into the 2 players and tried to knife them or something. Like, he's just...
Should we,
Yeah, and it would have been awesome.
Should we talk about the teams who went through to playoffs?
Yeah. We got a
No,
fun bracket
that's
ahead
the end of the
us, haven't
podcast. So, Spirit, Furia. Oh, no, let's start 3-2. Falcons.
I don't want to get ahead of myself, but I'm going to. This might be the most stacked major playoff we've had for a long time.
You'd fucking well hope so. The group stage has been miserable.
This is like...
Copenhagen was quite
Really
stacked,
good.
wasn't it? I think.
Even NAVI once doesn't count.
Fair.
I'm just trying to piss you off.
Yeah, Mickey
This is
Mouse,
really
mate.
good.
No, it's fair.
this is
Wasn't-
like every game of
Actually-
this playoff is good.
Actually, wasn't Shanghai actually 8 out of 8 of the top 8 teams?
It may have
I
been.
think it might have been.
Yeah.
I'm
Well,
pretty
this is-
sure
that's-
the Shanghai playoffs.
This is
were
what seeding,
outrageous.
like, this is what
It
seeding
insists
and,
on itself.
and the
That's what
system
I'm
is
saying.
supposed to do. Like, this is what it is made to do, and it is doing it. And there were still
Good.
people moaning out Buchholz. It's
Shanghai
like,
did
are you
have heroic
fucking
and liquid.
serious? Like, it's exactly what it's supposed to do. It's
Just
done
that.
it. I just don't. I thought the group stages were generally quite boring because
As soon
It's
as I was
because
out of
there was
contention
no
for the
danger.
Diamond Coin, I don't really like the stake I have
No,
in some
but
of these games is gone. So
Okay.
Yeah.
But it's boring because it's 3 stages of Swiss.
sure, yeah.
I
And-
thought all 3 stages were boring.
It's 3 stages of Swiss because you already know from the start that you're going to have too much of a good thing. It's 3 stages of Swiss with best of ones that are somewhat random, and that messes up the brackets later down the line. Like it's not a good. The major isn't a good system, but we're not fucking talking about that.
32 team round robin, all best of ones. Who's in?
No.
And for this reason, I'm out.
Round robin, 32 teams, round robin, all best of 3s. Who's in?
I don't
No.
care how round the robin is, man. I don't give a fuck. I don't want it.
64. No.
64
Yeah,
bits.
Falcons. Let's go to Falcons. Falcons. Is it fair to say not entirely convinced, but they did the
Yeah.
job?
Yeah, they shouldn't have been in the last day of play. I don't think.
Yeah, I mean their losses.
This
came
team
to,
should have
it was
done
B8,
better
wasn't
than
it? In
they
a
did.
best of 1, and then they lost to MOUZ at a 2-1 game. Losing to MOUZ
Yeah.
in group stage is completely reasonable. Losing to B8 obviously an issue, but it's best of 1 first day. B8 come in hot. Happens,
Mhm.
but like I'm also like they kind of did enough without being outstanding. Kayosuke though, yeah, he's
But he's
crazy.
really
like
good.
he's
He-
so
like, obviously
good.
he's
I don't
really
think I
good.
realized quite how good it was.
Well, so we had this thing. We had this thing when I did Snake and Banter, where Thorin said, for his good point, I think it was the form of twists, and he just said, I'm not going to say who it is, but I just want you to go on like the all players stats and then just make it land top 20 last 12 months, I think it was. And Twist, by the way, has like a 1.38 CT side rated. The next closest is Zyru on 1.28. Like Twist has been absurdly good, and then he's like 1.19 T side, something like that. Kaisuke is exactly the same thing. Where if you look at him, yeah, he's not at the top, but his ratings are fucking nuts. He is so good at the game.
He's so good. He's so good that Nico has genuinely let him have his roles. Nico, Nico has ego checked himself to let Kiyosuke play. That's how good this kid is.
But that was always going to be the case, wasn't it? It was the case when he signed. That was why he signed.
But it's also why Nico will be gelling next year.
It's also like, this is... I did not expect Nico to actually do it this willingly.
Yeah.
I know that's the plan, but like...
Nico has gone into the roles that he has now before. I think it's more a comment on Nico's versatility as a player.
Sure, yeah.
Like,
that he's able to do.
He knows he's a very versatile player.
Mm-hmm.
As long as
FaZe,
obviously
FaZe.
As long as he's kept away from a fucking orb.
Well, mind you, I've seen Kiyosuke Org. That's not much better. FaZe... They shouldn't be here. I'm sorry, they shouldn't be here.
They are not.
No.
It's so annoying.
They're not going to win in playoffs. They're not going to do it. I've said this before, and I was proven wrong. But they're not going to win in playoffs. They're rubbish. I'm going to
try and counter jinx, and I'm going to say FaZe will win the major, so that hopefully will go out on Thursday.
The thing is with FaZe is that they have two of the best players in the world. Like Frozen and Twist might still be top 10 players. Maybe.
Yeah.
Maybe.
Sure. Top 20, I'll give you. Especially if you want both of them in. I don't think I can find space for both of them.
Yeah, no, so this is the thing. Like, I think one of them is definitely in. Can't decide which one. Might be Twist.
I think Twist. I'm a big Twist fan, so...
But, okay, they've got two players in the top 15.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's not top 20, it's top 15 for sure. Jacob, though... Right, we're going to talk about this little fuck. Okay.
This poor kid, man.
I don't give a fuck.
This kid literally came to Carrigan in whatever context Sam decided he appeared on Carrigan's plate. If he's thrust into the deep end, they've put him on every defeat graphic. They just put his face on it, which is fucking horrible, by the way. And it's definitely
bit harsh.
It's really funny that they do that.
Bit harsh. He's not that ugly. You said his face is fucking horrible.
And then also,
it wasn't funny the first time. Sorry.
The victory graphic, like the 2-0 we made it to playoffs thing, is maybe the worst graphic I've ever seen. And they finally put Jacob on a victory graphic, and it's horrible. Not relevant to this, but it's awful.
Right. So I made a fucking tweet earlier.
Oh god.
Where I said, pretending that Jacob was anything more than a cynical signing. But right, I'm trying to read it, Elliot. You prick.
Good from you, well done.
Because he's had a decent major is really funny, especially when in doing so you ignore that he was dog shit in stage 1, revisionism in CS never ends, which it never fucking does. Some dickhead has replied to me saying, it should be clear to you at this point that Jacob is a very good player. Are you just saying that FaZe couldn't have known he would turn out this? What do you mean it should be clear? He's had one good event, which he wasn't even good in the worst stage of.
Actually... Two good events.
Oh yeah, thanks HLTV for not keeping fingers one event, you bastard. Like, fucking hell. I've seen S-Tag have a good event.
I haven't.
You have. It was when you'd get to the end of his 3-month rolling contract and you'd be like, bloody hell, got to put in another performance now. Like,
and now I've got to show up and I've got really good movement.
Do you know what I mean though? Like, fuck off, are we doing this based on one event? He'll be shit in January. They'll go out dead last in Krakow or something. If they've even got him.
Home turf as well. They'll almost definitely be invited. Yeah.
Fuck off.
It's just this FaZe team shouldn't have made it this far, should they? Objectively.
No, they. There was like 2 games they should have lost. Like the one with 0.4 seconds, was it against Luxo? I think it was. Or was it the other Brazilian?
No, it was Luxo. No, Reagan is. Yeah.
Red
Where if
Kid, yeah.
history had just seen that he has a smoke and drops at his
And
feet when
dropped
he's
it.
diffusing, Carrigan won't come in and one-tap him.
Yeah.
Or, the Carrigan's chance of one-tapping him is far lower. He could still do it.
But then, having said they shouldn't be here, I'm not sure who I want from this stage over them. So maybe it's
G2.
merciful.
G2.
G2, yeah.
I would have rather had G2 or PARIVISION.
Passion UA.
PARIVISION went 0-3, so I kind of discounted
Yeah, but
them as an option.
we're talking hypothetically, aren't we? Things don't matter. Let's not try and be correct here. We're asking who we'd prefer to be there.
Good point. Well made.
NIP. Thank you. Navi.
Yeah, they're
Really good
going
stage
to
2.
lose in the quarterfinals.
They've had a good showing, really. And they lost to
Are
FURIA.
they back?
Can't blame them for
Question
that.
mark.
I
think
they are back? Question mark.
Well,
I
I think that's about right. They're back.
Really
I
got
think
yeah.
if you look
They're
at the
back?
teams, that they've lost to,
Mm-hmm.
then it's fine. Honestly, you can't criticise them for that. Their wins are decent enough. Like some of their individual performances have been really strong. I know Bit dropped off a lot in this stage, but Wonderful exception, especially has been exceptional. So I'm not saying they're back to the point where we're going to see them challenge for trophies again,
No.
but I think they could be a top 6 team. They just won't be a top 6 team in the way that all year we've been saying there's a top 4.
Yeah.
Wonderful
They will
has
be
been
they will be the
difference
6th
maker,
best.
I think, though.
And they'll
Wonderful has
make
been very good this event.
Yeah, they'll start making playoffs again, but they won't be.
Mm-hmm.
They won't be winning nothing.
Which
Yeah.
is kind of like, it's kind of, when I talk about seeding, people are like, oh, you got to have the best 8 teams in there. It's like, I don't see why it matters if it's NAVI or PARIVISION losing in the quarterfinals. I don't think NAVI are going to be any of the top 5.
Well, no, but Navi
in a
would make it a
quarterfinal.
more interesting game, wouldn't they? It'd probably be a closer
Not
game with more U's and
necessarily.
R's. Yeah, PARIVISION definitely. Objectively, just style-wise, it would be a more interesting game.
We'll see, won't we? If NAVI get 2-0 and it's like 13-4, 13-3, I'm going to come on in
They're facing FURIA. They
crow
probably
at
will.
you. Yeah, exactly. So what does it matter? Anyway, let's move
If
on.
you want to watch good
Because I'm
CS,
gonna-
Elliot, we actually enjoyed the game.
You seconds ago wanted PARIVISION in the playoffs. Seconds ago you wanted them in the playoffs.
Yeah, I enjoyed the game
Yeah.
through a very perverse lens.
Then you want James. MongolZ 3-1. Controllers. Thoughts?
Faster Jargle, he's awesome.
I expected him to be so much worse than he is. He's genuinely decent.
They've not
He's
really
Senzu,
gotten
but he's
worse.
decent.
They've not really gotten worse. That's the thing, which is maybe it's testament to system or Mongolia just has this plethora of untapped talent, or it's a secret third thing, which is I don't know,
Their
Genghis
scouting's
Khan
very
magic.
good. I feel like MongolZ scouting is actually quite good because
No, I think Controllers was just the best available player from what they could get. I don't think it's anything to do with scouting. And
Isn't
I
he
think
like 28?
They've also let Controllers just kind of do what he wants to do rather than
Yeah.
forcing him to do something else. I think that's benefited him a lot. He's had some very good games though, and especially good rounds. You can't really criticise. They've done a really good job in getting to the playoffs. Like I thought they would drop off a lot more than they have. So,
I love you, Udadaga. He's so good.
fair
I don't know,
play.
man. The fact
But
they
he's also-
saw
yeah, he's
this
gotten
guy and was
better.
like, yeah, no, he's the guy who's replacing Senzu. Is he the best player who was available? Obviously, in retrospect, yes. I'm not
Well, they
sure.
Well, I
couldn't
think
take-
I
they
think it was
couldn't
to
take
do
anyone
with
from the
Huns players. Yeah,
Yeah.
Okay. I'm not
but
sure.
also haven't they had half of the Huns players anyway?
Yeah.
Isn't-
So
isn't
they
like
had to
Bartak
take
on Huns?
someone from this team.
Yeah, I mean, but this is what I mean. Like when you look, Controllers' rating is well below 4 of the players currently on Genghis Warrior.
Well, it's worked, hasn't it? So
It has worked, but that's kind of my point. Like
have it.
they didn't
But-
they didn't just search Mongolians by rating and pick the best one. Like
No, for sure.
they actually was like, no, this guy is actually the guy to replace Senzu.
But
The
I
guy's the
imagine-
fourth best player on this team.
I imagine the Mongolian scene's pretty small. You tend to know who's good and they probably play together, right? Like, I'm sure it was more of a he'll play. He's a good fit. Do you know what I mean?
Well,
Rather than just
potentially who is the
Stanley.
closest fit as well.
Yeah, It's worked. So obviously there's ways of knowing that I'm not privy to that have worked out.
Yeah, I think it's quite a clever spot if they went for him over players who are higher rated, especially given that Senzu is basically their like the star player essentially. He's like,
Yeah.
you know, they wanted somebody who's going to play in like star roles, and they picked controller.
Yeah.
So it's just, like nobody except the Mongols expected him to be any good, and he has actually been really decent.
Mm-hmm.
Like look what he did to G2.
It's good. It is good. Vitality. They're there.
We skip in MOUZ. Yeah, I'm fine with that.
Well, I mean, MOUZ played very good. They lost the 2-0 game to the team that went 3-0 and then won the next game. Like,
Yeah.
if they were in the other, I mean, they would have been FURIA. They did exactly as well as they should have in the way that only two teams can go 3-0.
Yeah. And MOUZ
I
are
think that's kind of
always the
it.
same team. Always the bridesmaid.
Yeah.
Never the bride. Vitality have been the bride plenty of times. But
I would have liked
do
them to bomb
just-
out. I would have been.
No, they do just look slightly below FURIA. And it's like, you still always feel like Vitality can win any event they're in. But
Yeah.
they're no longer... When Vitality are good, they feel unbeatable.
Suffocating.
And at the
good.
moment, they just don't feel unbeatable.
Yeah, for sure.
They feel very beatable, don't they?
Yeah, they've got a
But
bit of a soft
even when they
underbelly.
win games, they don't seem too confident in their moves and stuff. And
Yeah, like,
the scores,
you know,
the scores are
Navi-
fine, but they just don't seem.
Okay, that one's a battering. That one's
They
also
don't
a battering.
seem
Maybe I'm being unreasonable.
that good.
I think
Yeah,
it's
but even
very
like-
scary that they lost to FaZe on Nuke. That FaZe
Yeah.
are fucking terrible at.
Hmm.
Yeah, but
But I also think there's a reasonable chance that they do make the final. I don't want it. to
Yeah,
happen,
yeah.
But I think
I just-
they're good enough to just do that.
I just think their map pool is just really weak now. I think
they're
they'll go out
shite
in
at train,
semis.
aren't they?
Their train is still dog.
Train is
And
terrible.
they're not good at ancient either.
Overpass. Well, I mean, Ancient they've played once. It's their permanent
Exactly,
ban.
but they're going to have to play it because their train's so bad. Or
I don't
vice
think
versa.
they'll do that again.
They will just keep banning it because it's their
Yeah.
permanent ban.
They might do a old Carrigan trick of pretending they're perma-banning it, picking it, major semi-final.
No, they tried that and they got dicked by FURIA.
Exactly. That's exactly why it's going to work.
It wasn't even FURIA, was it? Anyway,
Yeah,
I
it was.
can't remember
It was
who- yeah, it was
Chengdu.
was it Chengdu or Hong Kong? I can't remember. It was Chengdu. Yeah,
Chengdu. Hong Kong was Falcons.
yeah. That's 3-1s, and then the 3-0 teams. It's the team everyone thinks is going to win the
Team
major,
Spirit.
and
The best team in the world.
Team Spirit. I'm happy with this because this means that they're both on opposite side of the brackets, which means there's a world where that's the final, and I am praying to any and all gods that this is the result. The issue is that Spirit need to get past Falcons, but
2.09
That's ludicrous. It's
deteriorating.
absurd.
I know it's 5 maps. But
Doesn't matter. He only had to play 5.
2.09.
Donkey's playing in his tournament winning form.
Yeah,
30 kills in 21 rounds.
the game against FaZe though actually looked like capital punishment. just bullying.
After the first 3 maps, he must have been averaging over a 2 rating.
It's like how like
It's just absurd.
yeah, he's just
He
bonkers.
multi-kills in 1 out of every 4 rounds.
Well, he
if you
aced in the
pick
first
a
round.
spirit
He
round-
aced the first round of the tournament. He aced in the first round of the first map.
If you pick
He's
a spirit
ridiculous.
round at random, there's a 1 in 4 chance Donk multi-killed in it. It's just obscene.
Isn't that the same as
he's
like?
quite good, isn't he?
Isn't like 1 in 4 people Chinese? And none of us 3 are Chinese.
So
it's-
Charlie
it's-
must be.
It's
That's
Donk
why.
Chinese.
Yeah.
Charlie never
Super
turns his
Charlie
camera off.
is
Charlie must
Chinese.
be.
This is my favourite stat. He hasn't got a utility kill.
Yeah, woke.
All of those kills, he's got
Woke
none of them
grenades.
with grenades.
It's
Yeah.
awesome. Should we look
Whereas
at
less
the,
than 1 flash every 2 rounds.
talk about FURIA quickly? But I think we should look at the bracket because it's exciting.
Yeah, we'll end on the simulator like we always do.
FURIA, you know who they are. They're the second
They
best team
are
in the world.
going to win the major.
They just look as good as they have done, don't they? Haven't they? Like they're
It's
just
awesome.
really good.
With the caveat that they played G2 in a 2-0 game.
There you go, Elliot. I've got the link for you ready.
It's
Let's pull up the simulator.
majors.im, isn't it?
Also, on that as well, shame that G2 went 2-0 to 2-3, but that's just the nature of
Right.
the format.
I feel like I don't want to change any of these four, and I'd need convincing otherwise. Maybe FaZe beating MOUZ.
I
because
think-
MOUZ have yips.
I think Falcons will beat Spirit.
I don't.
I think they have a better
Falcons
IGL.
aren't in form for that.
I think they have a better IGL. They have more firepower overall. It's a lot of heavy lifting for Donk to have to do, and Donk always drops off against Nico.
What if he's just decided he's not going to this time? Then what?
Well, in that case, Spirit might win, but like,
I normally I agree with the point you're making, right? I don't think he's even entertaining the thought of dropping off. I think Falcons have not been that good, and Spirit have been excellent. Sorry,
I mean,
Donk has been
MongolZ now
excellent.
warmed up. MongolZ
Sure.
warmed up in the last game. Kaisuke is really good. Nico, you can't really criticise. Like, I don't think this is as nailed in as you two seem to.
I don't think it's nailed on. It's
No,
just,
but I think it's important to have faith in the team you want to win.
it's like the man of destiny versus the man who's destined not to win. It's like it's the guy with plot armor versus Nico, who has the opposite.
Well,
of
I've
what
got-
plot armor is.
In my pick'ems, I've got the final being Falcons versus Furia.
So Falcons beat Vitality.
Yeah.
Well,
I think
are we
this is
doing this
mine.
democratically?
I think this is mine.
I'm
Is
down
that-
for.
okay.
I'm pretty sure that we're going to, like, if we do it democratically, this is the way it ends up, right?
Okay. I mean, thankfully, like this is only 3 games, so we can just discuss alternatives. I see all these other results are the same, but this is how I see it.
I
see
can
Spirit
see
as the final.
MOUZ losing to FaZe. I know I said FaZe.
But I don't
won
think
on
whoever
stage.
wins
I
that
didn't
game beats
realise they
Furia.
were playing MOUZ. Yeah, of
I
course
don't
they
think,
lose
like,
regardless.
so it doesn't really matter.
No, it doesn't. But I
It's a
can see
Spirit
it
Furia
happening.
final,
MOUZ just get big brothered by FaZe every time. I don't know why.
and I'm happy with either.
I'm pretty sure the last time they played, MOUZ absolutely fucking dicked on
trounced
them.
them. Yeah, they
Probably.
I think Jim
Bitch
Fat
them.
went like 24-2 or something silly. He absolutely shit.
Yeah,
down
but
their throats.
that was before Jacob awoke. Jacob's awake now.
Yeah, he's back in bed
Game
now.
over.
He's back to sleep.
No. Jacob's awake now. It's over for us all. I don't know. MOUZ on a major. I find it very difficult to bet on MOUZ, metaphorically.
Ever.
Bet on MOUZ on a major stage. They're just not gonna. They're not gonna do it. They never do.
Zertion
it
has just always very good though. Like he always has been. Torchy's like.
He hasn't
expected
always
to
been good on
perform in.
stage.
Zertion
He
is
is
the
now,
best player
he
on
is
MOUZ by a landmark.
Landslide, I believe.
Whatever. By a landmark. Torgy, home crowd. Does that even exist? Does that buff matter?
Sorry,
I don't
I'd
think
just
it
like
does.
to remind you that while Elliot's here saying they never do it on a major stage, on the last major stage they played on, they beat Spirit in a quarter-final. So they certainly do it.
Who did they lose the
on stage.
semi-final?
We said MOUZ Spirit
Vitality.
final.
Yeah, fine. I don't know. I'm
Spirit
not
winning the
back-
major.
I don't think
Furia winning
Spirit.
the
Spirit
major.
or Furia. I'm happy
Furia
with
are
either.
winning, but I think they beat Vitality in the final. You know,
They can't beat Vitality again, man.
why not?
Well, they got to beat someone.
no. Like, no. I would like to have a different final. I'm tired of seeing Vitality just get bullied by Fallen and MongolZ. It's great, but it's just like something about a dead horse.
And that's why PARIVISION should be in the playoffs.
Right on.
Right, end the fucking podcast.
Thanks for watching, friends.
Thanks for watching.
cheers.
I've been Yakindar. Follow me at Yakindar.
I've been
We
We
MSL.
got Fallen down here.
Oh right, we're going for
And,
four.
Oh
I
my.
went for much worse.
Cello.
Nathany.
Cello.
I'll take Nathany. Yeah. Or
Somebody
Jello.
who's been kicked from Furia.
Thanks for watching, guys.
We'll be back after the major. Discuss Furia's glorious win and how MOUZ lost in the quarterfinals to FaZe Clan. See you all next
Plug
week.
the podcast. No,
listen
the
to
newsletter.
podcast.
Even the newsletter.
Listen
Plug
to the
newsletter.
podcast. Listen to the newsletter. Watch the podcast.
We've got
Read
lots
the
of
deep
newsletters
dives.
happening throughout playoffs, friends.
Yeah.
So if you're not subscribed and you can't watch the games, or you want to know what the geniuses at TLDR think, we'll have one every day.
Read
for
the
playoffs.
podcast.
Yeah,
Take
every
school.
day.
Don't stay in drugs.